Hey Lakers fans, buckle up because things are heating up in the NBA and we've got some breaking developments you need to know about. There's been a ton of chatter lately about the Sacramento Kings, and now it seems like the rumors might actually be true. They're ready to shake things up. Reports are coming in that Sacramento is officially open for trades, which basically means that almost everyone on their roster could be on the move. The only exceptions appear to be Keegan Murray and Ake Clifford, who are reportedly untouchable in any discussions for trades. Beyond those two, though, it's fair game, and that opens the door for some serious opportunities for teams looking to upgrade. This isn't just idle speculation. The Kings are reportedly willing to listen to offers across the board, from big names to mid-tier players, which makes it one of the most intriguing trade situations we've seen this season. When you think about it, we're looking at a potential fire sale scenario here, where players like Domantas Sabonis, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, and others could realistically be on the trading block. For the Lakers, that could mean some interesting options, particularly if they're eyeing a two-way wing to complement their current core. One player who really stands out in this situation is Keon Ellis. He's exactly the type of athlete that could fit seamlessly into the Lakers system. Athletic, versatile, and capable of slotting in at multiple positions from 1 to 3, he would bring both defensive energy and offensive flexibility. Imagine him alongside LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic. He could be the perfect glue guy, the kind of player who fills gaps and keeps the offense humming. The challenge, though, is that Ellis's contract is relatively affordable, which sounds great for a team looking to trade for him, but makes it tricky to structure a deal that works financially for Sacramento. The Kings are in a position where they want to tear things down, yet they also have to respect their own salary cap situation. That limits some options, but the key takeaway is that not every contender can simply trade for Ellis. It requires careful planning, possibly involving creative solutions like multiplayer deals or three-team trades. For instance, one potential path for the Lakers could involve offering a player like D'Angelo Russell or another movable asset along with a future second-round pick to sweeten the deal. That kind of package might entice Sacramento because it addresses both short-term and long-term considerations. They get a manageable contract and still retain some flexibility while shedding other pieces. It's also worth noting that Sacramento's roster has been built around offense rather than defense. So adding a player like Ellis who brings athleticism and two-way potential could be particularly appealing. The Lakers have the advantage of being able to absorb a contract like Malik Monk's, who could serve as a secondary piece in the trade. Monk provides instant scoring off the bench, creating a bench unit that can match up with anyone in the league. Combining a player like Ellis with someone like Monk could make Sacramento more willing to negotiate, especially since it allows them to move a contract they might otherwise be stuck with next season. Of course, there are other players in the mix as well. Dennis Schroeder is another guard who could be part of a strategic package. While some might question bringing him in for the 5th time, context matters. Schroeder would no longer be relied upon as the primary ball handler because the Lakers already have a solid backcourt with Reeves, Doncic, and LeBron. Instead, he could function as a defensive, athletic guard, a point-of-attack specialist who provides energy and flexibility without the responsibility of carrying the offense. In this scenario, the Lakers can maximize his strengths while minimizing past weaknesses, which makes him a valuable component in a trade package. The Lakers' real edge in this market could be their willingness to take on additional pieces that other teams might not want. Not every contender would be willing to pair Keon Ellis with Malik Monk or Dennis Schroeder in a deal, but the Lakers have the capacity to do so, giving them leverage in negotiations. This creativity might be what ultimately allows them to secure Ellis, because they're offering something more than just a straight player-for-player swap. They're offering a solution that addresses Sacramento's roster and salary concerns simultaneously. When you think about it, the trade calculus is complex. Keon Ellis is an unrestricted free agent, so any team that acquires him has to consider not only the immediate impact, but also the long-term financial commitment. The Lakers could have his bird rights, which gives them the ability to offer the maximum years and salary, but the question is how much he will actually command on the market. Will he be seeking $25 million per year? That kind of salary could complicate things, but for the right deal, the Lakers might be willing to navigate that. Meanwhile, Sacramento gets a young, promising asset plus a future pick, which could help them rebuild even as they offload veteran contracts. Looking at the broader picture, the Lakers have multiple ways to structure this kind of trade. They could offer D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves plus a second-round pick. They could absorb Monk or Schroeder, or they could explore multi-team deals that reroute additional pieces. The goal is to maximize value while filling positional needs, acquiring a starting-level wing like Ellis while also balancing the bench with scoring and defensive potential. The flexibility and creativity of the Lakers' front office could give them the advantage in a market where not every team is willing or able to take on complex trades. It's also worth emphasizing that Sacramento is indeed a team in turmoil. They have struggled on the court and have some organizational challenges off the court, which makes the fire sale scenario realistic. For the Lakers, this represents an opportunity to acquire a player who could immediately contribute without giving up their most critical assets. A smart package that includes a mix of tradable young players, second-round picks, and optional salary absorption could be the key to landing Ellis. The conversation around trades often focuses on marquee names, but sometimes the real value comes from identifying the pieces that fit strategically and financially, creating a win-win for both sides. Ultimately, the story here is about opportunity. Sacramento has confirmed that key players are available for trade, opening the door for the Lakers to explore deals that could reshape their roster. Keon Ellis stands out as the primary target because of his versatility, athleticism, and potential to complement the current core. By creatively packaging other players and picks, the Lakers could present an offer that Sacramento finds compelling, while also addressing their own needs for a two-way wing and bench scoring. This isn't just about moving pieces. It's about engineering a trade that makes sense on both sides of the equation. Now, diving even deeper into the Lakers' potential moves, the question becomes how they navigate this trade market beyond just Keon Ellis. The challenge for the Lakers isn't simply identifying talent. They have to structure deals that work financially and strategically, while also outmaneuvering other teams who are circling the same players. The NBA trade landscape is always complex, but when you add in the Kings' willingness to rebuild aggressively, suddenly it's a chess match that could define the Lakers season. Take someone like Malik Monk, for example. He's a scorer, a secondary ball handler, a perfect candidate for a bench role that can immediately impact games. On paper, absorbing his contract might seem like a burden, but in reality, it could be a strategic advantage. If you pair Monk with a target like Keon Ellis, you're giving Sacramento the chance to clear salary and get younger talent, while the Lakers are filling specific needs on both ends of the floor. Monk's presence creates flexibility in the rotation. Reeves or Doncic can rest without the offense stalling. When Luka is off the floor, Monk can keep the pace high. When Reeves sits, Monk slides into the two, maintaining spacing and perimeter scoring. For the Lakers, that kind of versatility is gold, because it allows them to manage minutes for their stars while keeping the team competitive in every matchup. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Some fans might roll their eyes at the idea of bringing him in again, but context is everything. Schroeder's role in previous Lakers rosters often demanded he run the offense, and that exposed some of his limitations. This time, the context changes completely. With LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic sharing ball-handling duties, Schroeder doesn't have to be the primary initiator. Instead, he can operate as a defensive-minded, athletic guard who excels in transition, contributes energy on both ends, and slots alongside other core players seamlessly. He's the kind of piece that makes a trade package more appealing for Sacramento, because they know they're moving a player who can contribute elsewhere without destabilizing their rotation. Pairing him with someone like Keon Ellis could be the edge the Lakers need to finalize a deal. Another interesting angle comes from thinking about salary cap mechanics and the unique position the Lakers are in. Sacramento wants to offload contracts and rebuild, but they also need manageable salaries to maintain flexibility for the future. That's where the Lakers' creativity comes into play. By taking on a contract like Monk's or Schroeder's, or even a combination of the two, they're not just acquiring talent. They're offering Sacramento a solution. It's a trade that allows the Kings to reset while giving the Lakers a roster that balances star power with depth and versatility. In some ways, this could be the ideal setup for both teams, as it addresses pressing needs and creates opportunities for long-term success. Of course, timing is another factor. The trade deadline is approaching, and teams are making moves to position themselves for the playoffs. The Lakers must consider not only who they want to acquire, but also how these deals affect chemistry and rotations. Integrating a player like Keon Ellis mid-season requires careful planning, but his skill set is so complementary that the adjustment could be seamless. He's a two-way wing who can guard multiple positions, stretch the floor, and slot into existing lineups without disrupting the flow. Pair him with Austin Reeves at the 2 and LeBron at the 4, and suddenly the Lakers have a defensive stopper who can also create offense. That kind of versatility is invaluable, especially when playoff matchups demand flexibility and adaptability. Looking beyond the immediate trade possibilities, it's also important to consider how these moves could set up the Lakers for the offseason. Acquiring a player like Ellis or Monk doesn't just improve the team for the remainder of the current season. It positions the Lakers to make even bigger decisions later. With bird rights, the Lakers can offer maximum contracts to key contributors, giving them control over core pieces while maintaining the ability to pursue other high-impact players. This isn't just about short-term wins. It's a strategic blueprint for building a roster that can compete at the highest level for years to come. One of the most intriguing aspects of this potential shakeup is how it affects the Lakers' perimeter depth. In previous seasons, depth at the wing has been a recurring issue, especially when injuries or rest days come into play. By bringing in a versatile player like Keon Ellis, the Lakers gain a reliable option who can play multiple positions and absorb minutes without sacrificing efficiency. Combine that with bench scorers like Monk, or even someone like a late-season addition in Dennis Schroeder, and suddenly the Lakers have a rotation that can withstand the grind of the playoffs. This is the kind of roster flexibility that can make the difference between an early exit and a deep playoff run. It's also worth considering how these moves could influence the Lakers' defensive identity. Sacramento's roster has been offense-heavy, so acquiring a player like Ellis immediately improves the Lakers' ability to switch, guard multiple positions, and contest shots at a high level. On nights when the starters rest, the Lakers can rely on a combination of Ellis, Reeves, Monk, and Schroeder to maintain defensive intensity without compromising offensive output. The result is a team that is adaptable, dynamic, and capable of competing against both elite offenses and teams that thrive in transition. Of course, no trade is without risk. Keon Ellis is an unrestricted free agent, and there's always the possibility that he could walk in the offseason. That means the Lakers have to weigh the immediate impact against long-term security. Even so, the potential reward is significant. Landing Ellis mid-season could provide the missing piece for a championship run, especially when paired with strategic acquisitions like Monk or Schroeder. The key is balancing risk with opportunity, and right now, the Lakers front office has the flexibility and insight to structure a deal that maximizes value while minimizing potential downsides. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, whispers are swirling around Los Angeles as the Lakers appear poised to make a splash in the offseason, and all eyes are turning to a familiar name. Sources close to the league hint that a Milwaukee Bucks player, known for his versatility and clutch performances, is the Lakers' newest target, sparking a wave of excitement among the fan base. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders suggest that discussions have reached an advanced stage, and the possibility of a blockbuster move is more than just idle chatter. The intrigue stems not only from the player's on-court abilities, but also from what he could mean for the Lakers' roster dynamics. Known for his scoring bursts and defensive prowess, he could seamlessly complement the team's core while adding a fresh edge to their strategy. Lakers supporters, always hungry for reinforcements, are already speculating on how this potential addition might shift the balance of power in the league. Analysts, too, are weighing in, debating how the player's skill set might mesh with a Lakers system and whether his presence could be the missing ingredient for a deep playoff push. From Milwaukee to Los Angeles, The rumors suggest a narrative that is part strategy, part spectacle. Conversations among insiders hint at contract negotiations, potential trade details, and even subtle hints dropped by team executives that something significant is brewing behind closed doors. Social media, as expected, has erupted with fan theories and highlights reels, fueling the buzz and keeping speculation alive. Every move, every comment, every cryptic post is being dissected as fans and pundits alike try to read between the lines of what could be a defining roster shakeup. Whether this rumor materializes or fades into the ether of off-season chatter remains to be seen. However, the mere idea of a Bucks player donning the purple and gold has reignited conversations about the Lakers' ambition and their willingness to chase talent aggressively. The league watches closely, knowing that even the whisper of a move like this can have ripple effects, influencing trade talks, draft strategies, and team morale across the board. For now, the buzz is enough to keep the rumor mill spinning, and Lakers fans are holding their collective breath, hoping that the whispers will soon become reality. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.